Here we are on Thursday. It's October 6th, and we're here with the Wolfman. How'd you do yesterday in baseball, Wolfie?
I lost $8.50. I went 2-1 because the Angels lost to the Athletics.
Love it. Nominally, you're a winner, 2-1, but nominally, you're a loser financially because you bet bad lines. And you don't take teams minus 1.5 when it's such a skewed game, but whatever. We'll talk about that later.
I did. I took the Dodgers minus 1.5.
But you didn't take the Mets, right? Was it the Mets is the other one, or who was the other one? No, it was freaking Angels that didn't win. That's right. It sucks. It happens. All right, let's talk about today. A lot of stuff going on today. First things football. Have not been following football, correct?
No, I have not.
I have. I did a video about football. The only thing I came up with was the under is much lower than the published under. So taking under 42.5 is a clear pick. You're not going to do that. That's like a minus 110 line. You're refusing to throw that on your list of things you might do today. There's no baseball today. I'm just going to sit around and twiddle your thumbs. What we can do.
I'm going to probably not bet anything for about 2 weeks, and then I'm going to start paying attention to basketball.
Oh, wow. You're not even betting playoff baseball?
No.
Why?
Because the whole premise of my baseball betting this season has been trying to find matchups of good teams against bad teams, and in the playoffs it's all good teams against good teams.
Well, you still take bad lines and you still want teams that would, well, it says that Friday there's 4 games and you're right about 3 of those games. 3 of those games are toss-up games, but one of them supposedly is close to an MXP factor of 20 and is Toronto over Seattle at home with Alex Manoah going. You don't want to bet on that?
No, because the way I've been overcoming the bad lines is by parlaying 2 bad line games together.
All right.
So if there's only one, then it's just a bad line, and I don't want to bet.
I think the consensus is you're no fun when it comes to betting.
That's the idea.
Well, that's no fun. Well, if you want to have fun and you want to have the best chance of having fun with a win, it's Toronto over Seattle on Friday. And I will bet that because I mean you can do something. And the other ones, I'll probably bet all these because the algorithm's probably right, even though it's marginal here, and the lines are all kind of reasonable. So I'm gonna take all 4 of these. I want to have some fun. Toronto, Tampa Bay, Philly, and the Mets. There you go. I'm not taking Philly. I'm taking St. Louis. I'm not taking Philly. All right, so I won't do that. Let's talk hockey. Are you going to start paying attention to hockey? You played hockey. We know each other through roller hockey and other hockeys. How can you not play hockey when it comes to betting?
It's too low scoring and too fluky based on how the puck bounces.
All right, you're consistently no fun. For people who want to have fun today, there is hockey to have fun with. And it's predicting a ton of goals in these games. This has got to be too. This is too high, even though some of these games have been super high scoring. But what it says is, if you were to think about, I mean, keep track of this. We'll see if this makes money. There are better lines in hockey too. There's Ottawa and Montreal. Montreal has not won a game in the preseason, I believe. And a good friend, Martin St. Louis, running that team. He's learning everything. You think they win with Caden Primo? I don't. Caden Primo gives up a lot of goals. I don't know why they brought him in, but it says over in that game. So you're not going to bet the over in that game because you don't want to have fun.
I don't bet to have fun. I bet to try to win.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. What is the over under? So that's 6.5 in that game. Makes sense. Well, it says Ottawa wins. It says Florida beats Tampa Bay. That's 2 big names going there. It still says 7 goals. Islanders beat New Jersey, although New Jersey's been playing better. I don't know. The stats are using last year's stats, and they're messing around with people, so it's weird. St. Louis and Columbus is supposed to have 10 goals almost over there. Doesn't really know who wins that game. Minnesota is supposed to beat Chicago, and LA is supposed to barely beat Vegas because they have Logan Thompson going, I guess. So that's the look at hockey. The Wolfman's not betting until when? 2 weeks, and then what you're going to do? What are you going to do? NBA. All right. Well, I will work on the NBA algorithm. It's also preseason. I can prepare that. That is one of the most predictive algorithms we've had. It hit the ground running last year, and I got emails from people talking about all the historical records they ran with it, and they said it has a really good win percentage, and it was winning money consistently. So that is the correct choice of action for you, I think, in your mentality. It's a good, and college basketball you should absolutely do as well. Can I convince you to do that? Can I convince you? Can I convince you with a statement that says 80% of the home teams it favor win on average every day? Sometimes 90. Can I do that?
No.
No? Doesn't mean anything to you?
I think that's probably true. I mean, most college games somehow, the better team wins most college games.
Mhm.
I also think that like college teams are too unpredictable.
No, not college basketball at home.
All right.
You're wrong. No, yeah, I'll just.
What kind of lines are there on those games?
Some of the ones at the bottom are fairly reasonable.
If they're so predictable.
Yeah, no, the lines do get bad, but they're also somewhat playable, and you can throw a lot. I mean, but you like winning, you like low variance, right? So play your minus 280s and 250s. They win 80% of the time or more. That's the point. So you play that game where you don't get a huge payout every day, but you win much more consistently. And college basketball is the sport where, I mean, I hit like 16-0, I think, in a round 2 of the March Madness a few years ago. Like it does. It's favorites at home generally in that tournament. Nobody's at home, but in general during the season when they're at home, it's unbelievable how frequently the home team wins. So when the algorithm's favoring the home team, those two factors together create an 80% plus win percentage.
I think college basketball is even further out than pro basketball. I'm looking at schedules.
Yeah, November.
I don't see anything before November 7th.
Yeah, you're right.
Why are we talking about it then?
Oh, because it's the best sport to bet. Because we're talking about low variance.
Okay.
And I'm right about that. And I'll just continue to prove it. I mean, I don't throw the number 80% out ever in almost any algorithm, but I do in college basketball because home teams have an 80+% win percentage. And I've seen days over 90. When there are days where there are only like 25 games or something, and like it favors 18 home teams or something like that, it hits like 16, 17. It's freaking crazy. It's crazy. And there are days with 100 games. I had a day a couple years ago where the first time it predicted it for the season, I sorted all the underdogs by the worst lines available possible. There was like a plus 1800 on there, plus the top 8 won underdogs. It paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars to one. Nobody bet it. Even though I did a video showing it, nobody bet it. Hilarious. That college basketball file is phenomenal. It's great. So yeah, I'll start working on it soon because it's the best betting sport there is. But in terms of frequency, I mean, you also like pouring through a lot of games, right? That's the game, that's the sport for it. There's tons of games every day. Every day. It's amazing. All right. If I convinced you, I should. I will. All right, guys. Well, we have those picks. Under in the football game. We have tomorrow's baseball, Toronto to win, and hockey tonight. I'm going to subtotal up real quick to see the highest projected point total game of all of them. And the answer is there's an 11.8 goal game in Minnesota, Chicago. So bet the over in that game. That's what it says. All right. We're good. We're good. I think we're good. All right. Good luck, everyone. May all your picks be winning.